We tend to think our internal monologues are private. We assume the thoughts we cycle through on a daily basis stay trapped in our heads, and the events that unfold around us are simply random occurrences. But the concept often marketed as the law of attraction operates on a much older, heavier mechanical logic. It treats human consciousness as an active physical force that directly interacts with the surrounding environment. Repeating a specific mantra into the silence is not a psychological trick to boost your mood. You are issuing exact coordinates to the fabric of reality. The core mechanism of this practice relies on a bizarre sequencing error. You express absolute gratitude, saying, "Thank you, universe," for a specific outcome long before that outcome actually arrives. By preemptively declaring that you already possess something, you bypass the act of hoping entirely. You issue a strict command that forces your immediate reality into a logical corner. Think of it as a reality vacuum. Thanking the cosmos for circumstances that objectively do not exist creates a structural paradox. Nature abhors a vacuum. Carving out an empty space forces the surrounding systems to violently collapse inward, filling that void with the required material. The continuous repetition of the affirmation applies mechanical pressure. You hold that empty space open, refusing to let it snap back to normal until the physical world bends to match the spoken word. This practice leaves behind the realm of spiritual wishing wells. It is the deliberate engineering of inevitable future events through structural pressure. The original text revolves around a very specific assertion: the universe is working in my favor every moment. This establishes how reality starts rearranging itself while you aren't looking. First, the system begins constructing optimal circumstances. Long before you see any final result, the variables in your daily life are quietly being shifted into the exact positions needed to deliver your request. In a practical sense, you start seeing new doors swing open. Opportunities that seemed mathematically improbable yesterday suddenly appear as viable, accessible paths today. Then, the exact human components required for your outcome begin to arrive. The right people, carrying the right information or resources, are drawn directly into your network at the precise second you need them. Finally, there is a sudden acceleration in the material flow. The pathways delivering wealth and prosperity widen, pushing resources toward you at a rate that breaks from your normal historical patterns. From the outside, observers will look at this sudden influx of success and label it good luck. In reality, it is the calculated result of a forced, systematic alignment. The incantation relies heavily on a recurring litany. I am attracting success. I am attracting wealth. I am attracting joy and peace. This relentless repetition functions as the steady generation of literal gravitational mass right in the center of your consciousness. As you build a wall of unwavering certainty, that gravitational pull grows stronger. It begins to drag ethereal concepts like joy and peace directly into your orbit. That exact same force then locks onto the material world. It starts pulling hard assets, wealth, and physical success across the expanse of reality, dragging them toward your position. The core mechanic here relies on the fact that the universe does not possess free will. It operates strictly on physical laws, and it has no choice but to yield its resources to the strongest source of gravity. You stop chasing success altogether. You build up so much density through absolute belief that success is entirely forced to fall into you. The final stage of the ritual requires the speaker to look around and state, "Miracles are happening in my life." A profound shift occurs when the impossible stops functioning as a rare, shocking anomaly. At the peak of this practice, the spectacular is downgraded to the mundane. Constant, unbelievable alignment becomes the baseline, everyday expectation for someone who claims the title of a favored child of the cosmos. True mastery of this law means you can watch reality bend to deliver a miracle, and you don't feel a shred of surprise. You only feel recognition. The source material leaves one final critical instruction. When the incoming harvest arrives, you must be ready to receive it with an open heart. The scale of what shows up is terrifying. The system is designed to deliver more good than you can even imagine, bringing a volume of resources that violently overpowers the size of your initial request. Once you trigger this level of absolute attraction, the momentum cannot be paused, stopped, or reversed. The delivery is permanent. Your external reality is at the mercy of the words you repeatedly whisper into the dark. Be incredibly careful what you thank the universe for, because it is coming.